As we get started, just want to say we had been at this field for 10 minutes with just Arnold before Monroe, the helper dog, was brought in.
There you go.
But this is the start of the filming.
No. All right. Let's begin.
So Arnold there certainly noticed Monroe. His tail went out straight, but not a lot of reaction. He's interested. But quickly looks away. Now I thought I'd just interject a little energy at the start of the section, get him a little bit more relaxed. There he looks at the helper dog and looks away. Quick glance. Now we're actually being invaded with a bunch of gnats. First big warm spring day. He's still following my lead a little bit more than I want him to, but he does relax here pretty quick.
We're going through a gnat attack over here.
And some good sniffing and just moving away. This is a couple minutes later. He decided to start wandering back. There was just a slow stop and a turnaround. He was heading a little fast for me there at the beginning, directly towards the target. There he seems pretty relaxed. There his tail's going up a little bit, but it's wagging, and he's starting to. He's looking really soft, and so I let him proceed. There, kind of zigzags over, wanders away. Slowly, just kind of seems interested. The helper dog is facing away, tail wagging, looks friendly. And there I didn't even do a slow stop, I don't think. I think he stopped himself. Checked with me. Seems interested, but I thought, no, let's not get quite that close. And a little positive reinforcement by leaving, keeping him happy. Reward. So not a lot else really happened down there, so I advancing forward here a little bit. That's Monroe. She's a sweetie. So we sent this helper dog to the other end of the field to give us a little bit of room and allow another approach. Arnold's got a little spring in his step, but doesn't seem too intense. Is still sniffing as he goes, zigzagging around. And he decides to move on off. Moreau exhibiting some just doggy behaviors, having fun. Uh, and I think that's good for Arnold to see too. The helper dog doesn't have to be stoic. They can be friendly, depending on the reactive dog and what their preferences are. Arnold likes to play and play pretty hard with his sister. And we decided to do a little bit more following and see how Arnold would react to that. He seems to be more comfortable when the helper dog is moving away versus moving towards him, which is pretty common. All the barking in the background is because this is at the local humane society, and they have some dogs in some kennels outside. But Arnold's not too distracted or reactive to barking. So now we have some good distance, kind of starting again. I was just walking right up. His normal behavior would be to kind of run and lunge even at this distance, so he's doing really well, making some good choices. Stop, just kind of take it all in, gather information, back to sniffing. Looking away. She seems friendly. But there Monroe turned around and looked him right in the eye. So he had a little bit of a reaction, so we actually did a full mark and move on that one. He likes to run alongside me, so that's a little extra reward for moving away and being a good boy. So here I asked if he had actually snarled, and the trainers and the helper said yes, he did, but just a split second before I called his name, and he disengaged right away and moved away. So that's good. Getting a little close again. That one was all on his own. Didn't even slow stop him. He stopped himself. Reward that. Arnold's standing in one place, but he wasn't really staring at the helper dog, nor wanting to move away, just kind of content to just stand there, and I let him for a little bit. But then with a change in my body language, kind of encouraged him that feel free to keep moving and sniffing. There's some interest, yep. His tail shot up like a white-tailed deer, and that's one of his early indications. It felt a little close while I was there, but he seemed to look so relaxed. So I think that one actually was pretty good. So here the helper dog started moving back down the other end of the field, Well, Arnold sniffed there on the right, and Arnold's interested in checking her out one more time. Again, he's actually a little bit further away. It looks like he's closer than he really is here. Just looking. Good boy. Just looking. Walking. Look to me. And when Monroe started moving, he was kind of going after her a little bit, so I did a slow stop. Might have been able to let that go, but he'd already reacted a few times and hasn't had a break here for a while.
Cadbury line with the bunny ears.
Yeah, that's one thing that the trainer here is saying is she's feeding her dog some treats, and her dog wasn't eating them all, and a few dropped, which actually was kind of good for Arnold because he'd go and sniff where she had been and encourage her to do that and eat the treats and just kind of inhale her scent and get to know her. Now there she's running away, and he kind of likes to chase. So he was pulled towards that a little bit, but in a very controlled manner. Was proud of him for that. There, we took a couple-minute break, let him get a drink.
Break's over.
Our time is about up here, but we thought we'd see what he'd do one more time after a little break. Monroe, though, didn't really want to disengage from the break. She was busy cuddling with her owner.
I only have 30 minutes of memory. So this will probably be ran out anyway.
Tails up a little bit. He's a little focused, but he's kind of slowing himself. I think he thinks that that's what I want him to do. I'm not sure. So this is about the end. Actually ran out of memory in the camera. It was a really good session. This is his second setup, and he's making some good choices. Real proud of my little guy.